You can spray brake cleaner up there, and it keeps the wood boring bees from coming back. Because they do like to eat up that wood, man, or do whatever they do with it. Whatever works, right? So Ted uses one of these gadgets. He uses some kind of organic looking charcoal. Actually looks like hunks of wood rather than just like briquettes. He puts them in there and he gets a couple of these little fire starter things underneath. And it takes about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes total when it's like really hot. And he just picks that up with gloves, puts it in here, spreads it out, puts a top on, and it's good to go. I think the best thing about this when he cooked on here was there was absolutely no flavor of the lighter fluid. Of course, I kind of like that, man. I'm kidding, I really don't like that. Yes, I do. So I'm in Alabama with Ted, and what are we listening to? The blues, but of course. And what are we going to be doing later? Working on cars, of course. And what did we do earlier? Look at a car and look at guns, of course. Now, when you have a friend who's like really mechanical and builds race cars and all this shit, and he just happens to be in Alabama, that helps. Because he can help you to take a look at weird shit like this.
And them brakes got lots and lots of life left on them.
Good, good, good. The way the kid was saying is, he said either it warped slightly, you know, the disc, drum, whatever the fuck you could, not rotor. The drum, the rotor, or one of the pads like slipped out kind of funny or something like that and was just riding on it weird.
That's possible that happened, but right now everything looks seated right and correct.
Okay.
But if that did happen, that would give you a burning brake smell until it corrected itself.
And then like it would like maybe make your steering wheel wobble a little bit. Yeah, okay, because that's what it was doing. I thought it was the street we were on because it was like a little kind of a washboard thing going on.
Got fairly new.
That's what?
Supports too. Those have been replaced.
Oh, the sway bar links. I put those in, dude.
Good job.
Yeah, well, I had to like tighten them down a second time with a hammer because they just didn't want to stay there.
What I'm seeing is everything I want to see. To be honest with you, they're actually wearing even too. We're not getting any beveling on there.
Okay. Well, I was hoping it wasn't going to be a repair, but I figure if it was, you know, a lot of times it's just pads and stuff. But if you're saying everything's cool, that's a main thing. Just like to feel better about, okay, this is something I don't have to worry about for a few thousand miles.
All your running gear looks good. I think they're in really good shape from what I'm seeing.
Well, I was pretty lucky when I got this. The guy actually let me take it to a mechanic. It was the guy who I delivered parts to, and he was also going to be, you know, doing all the repairs on it. And he did an inspection. He's like, yeah, this is great. The only thing that's weird on it is the blend door doesn't work up in the top. So like when you turn on the heat, when it gets cool, it blows cool air on you as the driver. So you just flick. But you could be Satan sitting in the passenger seat and you'd be comfortable. So. All right, well that worked. More repairs being done on cars.
You see the bones?
It'll be on YouTube. I put all my Scrabble stuff on YouTube.
I just know after this one gets fixed, I'll feel safer about driving my car.
You're pretty good not to hit that fender yet. You are really good not to hit that fender yet. I would have hit that thing 3 times already.
Are you putting this on YouTube?
Yeah. Unless you have a problem with it, then I can delete it. I mean, I don't know about. Okay.
I don't care.
I always usually ask people.
The FBI ain't looking for me no more. So.
Ted was saying something earlier, and it was like, okay, maybe we'll get rid of that one. Not that Ted's a felon or anything. You have to talk about that. No.
Alright, cut the knot off here.
Hey Ted, are we having fun yet? Well, that's not my car. Oh, okay.
So I'm in a bar.
Alright.
Alright, tighten her up.
Need,
What size you got there? That it?
yeah.
On the downside of this puppy,
You open it. Okay. Now it's fun.
You know they're also 6-packs up there.
Oh yeah.
What 4-pack, tall boy?
Just coming up.
Tag crook.
It'll straighten itself up when it's up to the top, I think. That's just a tan.
Hell, you ain't got a socket big enough to fit it.
I got a sign to fit it. George?
This one. Yeah, let me see one.
Hello.
Need a 1 inch, that's inch 16. I don't have 1 inch.
this is actually Ted's backyard. There's a bunch of shots I had from the front, but he's got several large trees, and I do mean large, like pine trees. And there's that fence there, and his nearest neighbor is right back there, but that's not too close or anything, so that's kind of cool. And that's where his air compressor is for his garage. They just finished that car repair. I'm glad it wasn't mine, because that was way more involved. But see you later.
His first fuel cell he made.
Yeah.
Out of aluminum.
Instead of a 300-pound tailgate that drops down, I cut the skin off for a piano hinge on it.
There you go. I'll be out here where it's quieter.
You already got it?
I got it glued in right now, it's gotta sit.
Alright.
I need one more nut though.
Race car air conditioning.
It works, man. What is that right there moving in?
That's the tachometer, digital tachometer.
Don't worry, it is up on blocks and it's relatively safe, but this is Alabama. do an 8 mile in?
This here is basically a warmed over street car. I'm going from 0 to 93 in 660 feet in 7.3 seconds.
So it's not a good family car or a commute car.
What kind of family you're from?
I think I'll keep my van for my trip. But this is cool.